Someone who is radicalized, someone who is harboring or in the process of getting transformed into extremist views, you can't identify. Do you think that living in open society, liberal values, post 421 situation, do you find that it's more constraining for you?
It is very difficult to identify or differentiate whether he's a radicalized person or a normal person. But that is the main issue. That is why Sri Lankan people, they suspect the entire community, entire Muslim community as terrorists. Even if we arrest them, it is very difficult because according to our normal system, we have to prosecute them if we can't produce any evidence against him. That is the major issue now we are facing, because after a certain period of time we have to send them back to society. We can't give a certain assurance whether that person is really a radicalized person.
I think that's why things like community engagement and community policing are so crucial, because there are subtle signs of radicalization that the people around that person are going to know most intimately, whether it's the community leaders or religious leaders, family and friends. And without that community engagement, if you have isolated and marginalised and discriminated groups of people, which tends to happen more with things like the burqa ban, that's where radicalisation becomes a hotspot. But when you have this top-down community engagement, that's where you hear things and police get tips and police hear things, and it can go up the chain of law enforcement to the point where you have communities who want to identify those who have been radicalised. So I think what Bangladesh is doing, it blows my mind, because it's something that Australia still struggles with.
Whether a country like Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or Maldives can have our own strategy when it comes to security, despite India's domination.
Having seen South Asia past 2 decades or so, an objective approach and response would be, let me go back to something that Pierre Trudeau said. He was once asked, how does it feel like to be next to a big neighbor? His response was, it feels like a big elephant who is sighing on your shoulder. You feel it, but you look ahead. My sense is that we need to work hand in hand on whole entire spectrum of security issues. I think we need to look at the entire South Asia as much as possible, as much as the sovereignty and flexibility of our institutional frameworks, regulatory frameworks allow, to look at the continuums of space. If we go in terms of application of this political geography, we will be constricted in addressing it.
මගේ විශ්වාසය මැක්සිස්